Hello there, and welcome to the Pint-Sized Healing Podcast. My name is Max Thompson. Let's get started. So, tomorrow is the start of May, and with May always comes, or at least for everybody who's not in the UK, comes Mother's Day. And for me personally, even a couple of years into my recovery, since I am a survivor of childhood emotional abuse, coming mostly from my mother, that is still kind of a difficult thing to deal with sometimes. And one of the reasons is because social media just starts being flooded with all these posts about how wonderful mothers are, and although that is true for many mothers, it certainly wasn't true for mine. And so, it can sometimes be a little jarring to be reading about, a mother's unconditional love, and then, but at the same time, um, you know, know, knowing that you missed out on those kind of, that kind of relationship with your mother. And so my the thing that I have to do to protect myself from being a little bit too much triggered by that is to just take a break um from social media for like a couple of days before and a couple of days after. Although I'm now that I'm a couple of years into it, it doesn't affect me as much as it did in the beginning, when it really would make me really angry. um but you still get those pangs of do you know what I mean? Because it is, we can do all the healing work, but there's still going to be moments where we're sad about not having had these experiences in our lives. And I think that acknowledging that helps you to embrace, it helps you cope with things like Mother's Day. But what's really made a big difference to me as well is to just change the focus. Now I know that a lot of survivors do that by focusing their day on their own children and how they relate to them as mothers. um but I don't have any kids other than my fur baby. So Mother's Day isn't a celebration in that sense. But one of the things that I've done in the past as well is to celebrate, the mother that through your healing, the mother that you've become to your inner child, right? So, you know, it's about celebrating with that sad little inner child that 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 pangs with grief when it sees those quotes about mothers. you know you're the person giving that inner child a hug, right? And you've been trying to care for it and trying to make it feel better and heal it from the experiences it had in the past. So celebrate the inner mother you've been to yourself. Or I recently, my coach pointed out that she does something similar by celebrating Mother Earth. Mother's Day doesn't have to be about celebrating your mother. It can be about celebrating maternal energy. So it can be celebrating people who bring that energy into your life, and that can be friends or aunts or Mother Nature. I mean, that's obviously a maternal energy that we as the human race acknowledge as being a maternal energy. And so I think by focusing on where and how am I finding that kind of energy in my life, it makes it a lot less painful to to yeah, it makes it a lot less of a painful day, right? Because you're making it about what you have in your life rather than what's been missing from your life, right? If you are a survivor of maternal abuse, then maternal love and maternal energy has not been a consistent thing in your past in your life, but chances are that you've created that in your life, whether by giving it to yourself, whether by finding those friends who kind of help you with that and give you that kind of energy in your life. So it's changing from a negative to a positive, which is what I talk about a lot, and I hope that you can make that happen for yourself as you're approaching Mother's Day. And I know that for the UK people, this is like 2 months late, but then you're just going to have to listen to it in March next year when it's your Mother's Day. And and that's just how it's going to be. So I hope I hope this is helpful for you to kind of prepare for Mother's Day coming up. And as always, if there's anything, just leave me a comment. Join us in the Facebook group. I'm there way more than I am anywhere else. So drop a note and let's get the conversation started. I'll see you next week. Bye.